Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling a true icon of American literature.
F. Scott Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby. A classic.
Exactly. And we've spent some serious time digging through literary analysis, all the background.
A lot of it, yeah.
Yeah.
To really get to the heart of it.
Right. We want to distill the most important insights for you. Think of it as a shortcut, maybe.
A shortcut to understanding why this novel still feels so incredibly relevant.
Yeah, whether you've read it before, maybe multiple times, or if this is completely new territory for you.
Expect some maybe surprising angles and definitely some profound takeaways.
It's quite something, isn't it? How Fitzgerald, writing, what, a century ago now?
Managed to capture so much about America, about ambition, in such a, well, relatively short book.
It really is. Okay, so to really get into Gatsby, we need to understand the world it was born into.
The Roaring Twenties.
Fitzgerald actually coined the term, right? The Jazz Age. What was that really like?
Oh, it was
Go-
quite a time. Picture America just shaking off World War I.
Yeah.
There's this boom, economic prosperity like never before, money's flowing,
And morals were loosening.
definitely loosening up, consumerism was taking off. But, and here's the kicker, prohibition, which meant this whole thriving underground scene, bootlegging, speakeasies.
Wow. So glamour and grit side by side.
Exactly, this wild mix. Fitzgerald called it a social cocktail,
Yeah,
excess, but also this emptiness creeping in.
right. The dazzling parties, the money, the freedom.
Yeah.
But you sense something darker underneath it all.
Precisely. And that's Fitzgerald's genius. He wasn't just describing it, he was dissecting it.
Holding up a mirror.
Yes. Through Gatsby's story, all that glamour and ultimate heartbreak, he exposes the disillusionment.
The letdown after the high wears off.
It's not just about the party. It's very much about the morning after.
So who's our guide through this glittering but complicated world?
That would be Nick Carraway. Young guy, Yale grad, comes east from the Midwest.
But he's not just a straightforward narrator, is he? There's a twist.
Not at all. He's famously unreliable. An unreliable narrator.
Meaning, we shouldn't necessarily trust everything he tells us.
Well, his perspective is filtered, definitely. He sort of romanticizes Gatsby,
Yeah.
you know, and his judgments about others. Sometimes they're a bit passive, a bit skewed. It makes you question things.
Is this the objective truth or just Nick's version?
Exactly. And Fitzgerald uses that brilliantly. It lets him balance the admiration for the era's allure with a really sharp critique.
Creates this wonderful ambiguity. So you, the listener, you're constantly weighing what you're being told.
It forces you to engage more deeply. If your guide isn't entirely trustworthy, you have to figure things out for yourself.
Okay, so at the center of Nick's, let's say, slightly biased view is J. Gatsby himself.
The man, the myth.
Born James Gatz, the absolute picture of the self-made man. Reinvention.
Built an empire from, well, not much. But it's all laser-focused, isn't it?
On one thing, one person.
Winning back Daisy Buchanan. That's it. Every party, every rumor, every bit of his mysterious wealth, it's all for her.
But he's not a simple hero figure.
Oh, no. Not in the traditional sense.
Yeah.
His money. It's from shady dealings. Bootlegging, likely.
Right.
And his idea of Daisy. It's based on memory. On an illusion he's held onto for years.
That's chasing a ghost.
Perfectly put. He embodies the American dream, but also its potential for corruption. That the desire for fulfillment gets twisted by materialism.
And his big flaw, his tragic flaw.
His refusal to accept that the past is the past. He genuinely, truly believes he can just rewind time.
Which is just heartbreakingly impossible.
Utterly. A profound, fatal illusion.
Okay, let's talk about Daisy Buchanan then, the object of all this. Beautiful, charming.
And yet, ultimately hollow. That's the tragedy for Gatsby.
He sees her as like the ultimate prize, the culmination of everything he strived for.
But for him, she's become a symbol, hasn't she? Not really a person.
And the real Daisy.
She's indecisive,
Yeah.
careless, tragically complicit in the cruelty that happens. She's not the ideal he imagines.
The book suggests she even represents America itself in a way. Desirable, dazzling.
That may be unfulfilling in the end.
Yes. And that amazing line, Gatsby says her voice is
Full of money. That line just cuts right through.
It captures the central irony, doesn't it?
Completely. She's unworthy of his huge, all-consuming dream, but his entire world, his identity is built around her and what she represents. That old money, that inherited ease.
So let's pull back again. Look at the others in this world. Tom Buchanan, Daisy's husband.
Ugh, Tom. He's the epitome of old money entitlement, isn't he?
Aggressive.
Sexist, racist, incredibly hypocritical. He has affairs, but then gets morally outraged about Daisy.
And he just barrels through life causing damage. Myrtle Wilson.
He crushes lives, yeah,
Yeah.
with almost total impunity, and then just walks away completely unscathed.
What's Fitzgerald saying through him?
It's a sharp critique of how that established elite preserves its power through manipulation, indifference.
A chilling indifference.
Exactly. And ultimately, Fitzgerald makes it clear. It's Tom's world that wins out in the end. It's a really stark point.
Then there's Jordan Baker, the golfer.
Jordan. She's interesting. Portrayed as, well, dishonest, detached, cynical.
Part of that same upper-class emotional disengagement.
Very much so. And her sort of flirtation with Nick, her casual dishonesty, it adds to the moral ambiguity of the whole novel.
Right. Nobody's purely good or purely evil here.
Not even Nick, despite his claims.
Yeah.
Everyone's compromised in some way. It makes you look closer at everyone's motives.
Okay, let's dive into the symbolism, because Gatsby is packed with it, starting with maybe the most famous image.
The green light.
At the end of Daisy's dock.
It's Gatsby's unreachable dream, isn't it? It symbolizes hope, sure, but also the illusion of the American dream itself.
Like a beacon.
But one that's always just out of reach, forever receding. Powerful stuff.
And what about those eyes? The eyes of Dr. T.J. Ecclesburg.
Oh, yes. On the billboard in the Valley of Ashes. Unsettling.
What do they represent? God, maybe.
That's one interpretation. A kind of faded, absent God watching over this moral wasteland. Or maybe?
Maybe just the absence of any moral oversight?
Exactly. A reminder that in this careless world, maybe no one is truly watching or judging. Chilling either way.
And the Valley of Ashes itself. That location is key.
This grim industrial wasteland between the wealthy eggs and New York City, where the working class lives.
In the shadow of all that wealth.
It's a stark, brutal reminder of the cost of that wealth. The spiritual decay, the human cost hidden beneath the glittering surface.
A forgotten landscape.
Completely forgotten by the people speeding past in their expensive cars.
And Gatsby's mansion. The house itself.
It's huge, impressive, designed to impress, but it's also empty, isn't it?
It's not really a home.
No, it's a stage. Built purely for Daisy, for the illusion he's trying to sell.
And after she rejects him for good?
The parties stop. The lights go out. The mansion becomes lifeless, cold, just like his dreams, a very visual collapse.
Beyond all this plot and symbolism, the language itself is just extraordinary.
Oh, Fitzgerald's prose. It's poetic, musical, full of incredible imagery, metaphor.
He paints such vivid scenes, but also gets inside the characters' heads.
Yes, deep psychological portraits. And there's that constant tension in his writing, isn't there?
How so?
Well, he describes the glamour, the beauty. With real admiration, you can feel it. But it's always undercut with this deep irony about its emptiness.
It's amazing how much he packed into a relatively short book. Just over 47,000 words.
Incredible depth in such a concise form. Every word counts.
So if we tie it all together, the core message, the enduring point.
I think it's fundamentally a warning about chasing illusions.
And a critique of, what? Wealth.
The elite, the rot that can hide beneath wealth, yes. The moral blindness of the elite, and crucially, the impossibility of recapturing the past. You just can't.
Which feels surprisingly modern, actually.
Doesn't it? Think about our world today. Social media, curated images, performing success online.
Gatsby's whole project of self-creation, it feels familiar.
Eerily familiar. His longing, his carefully constructed image. It makes the novel feel maybe more relevant now than ever. We're all curating reality in some ways.
Which leads us to that ending. So tragic.
Gatsby's death. It's not just a man dying.
It's the death of the dream itself.
And that detail about his funeral. The man who threw parties for hundreds.
Dies almost entirely alone. Just Nick, his father.
While Daisy and Tom, they just disappear, vanish, leave the mess behind. It's brutal.
It really underscores everything. And then Nick's final words, probably one of the most famous lines ever written.
So we beat on, boats against the current, borne back ceaselessly into the past.
What does that really mean, do you think?
It just perfectly captures that human condition, doesn't it? Striving forward, dreaming of the future.
But always being pulled back by what's behind us. By history, by memory.
Trapped by the past, even as we row towards the future. It's about our relationship with time, desire, ghosts. It's profound.
So the final verdict on The Great Gatsby, it's clearly more than just a love story gone wrong.
Oh, much more. It's about a whole culture. A society dazzled by wealth, drunk on its own dreams.
And maybe unwilling to look too closely at itself.
Exactly. It seems simple on the surface, but it's so layered. Tragically beautiful and just timeless. It gives you more every time you read it.
So maybe a final thought for you, listening. Think about Gatsby's relentless chase for that idealized past, the ultimate hollowness he found.
Does it echo anything in our own lives today? As we navigate our own dreams, the pressures, all these curated images we see and maybe create?
What illusions might you be chasing? And maybe more importantly, what's the real cost?